Greetings, my fellow warriors. So today, uh, probably will not talk about the Fannie and Freddie Mac. I will talk about silver and the gold and what I think it actually happened. Sometimes when you look through what financials and everything, you can just see the back traces. What happened? You cannot see at the moment when it happens, but when the like you analyze the tracks for the so the gold is today down 10% and the silver is 25%. But why I think it all happened, why there was a rally, and I had that idea for a while. Um, by my opinion, during Biden era, Biden and the team ordered the banks and the Fed reserves to short the silver and gold in order not to show the inflation. So they wanted to create the image that we don't have inflation, and they have short the silver and gold a lot. We can see that, and there was a reports. I think one of the banks, like J.P. Morgan Chase, or some of the banks had an enormous amount of silver shorted and gold. And I think what happened now, and I believe also the Federal Reserves had the same gold and silver contract shorted. What happened now, since the Trump came to the power, they start to close those positions. And why to close them? In order to create the impression of inflation. Like how most of the people evaluate inflation based on some standard levels, and those standard levels are gold and silver. So I believe that Jerome Powell, he's like problems for everything. He's if there is a problem, it's Jerome Powell. If you guys are losing the money, like for the housing, because of the mortgage, Jerome Powell. In this case, it's also him. So he started to close the short positions on gold and silver in order to increase the price, so Trump looks bad. And he done it so much to create the silver and gold hype we had like 2-3 months. I believe that happened. Now we had the Trump announced new Fed chair guy, and we know who it is, and we know that he will actually not do the same stuff as Jerome Powell. The gold and silver start to fall down because investors who are really big players know what Jerome Powell done and know his games. So now it's going toward a correction, and silver fell down 25%, gold fell 10%. And how much it will fall? It will eventually it will come to a certain level, and I believe that it will come where it is supposed to be. In case that during Biden era we had like, let's say, in those 4 years we had like 100% inflation, as much as I think we'd had, 150, something in that range. So the silver and gold will actually fall and at those levels, and that is around 30, maybe $40 per ounce for the silver. That is what because it goes on the level where it should be. And as I said, like with the Trump announcement or the new Fed chair, those games, but Jerome Powell will. Big investors see that he cannot play that game anymore, so he want to pull out. They want to pull out of the position that it was artificially created. So that's it. And also, I believe that it is, but it's pretty related with Fannie and Freddie Mac, the mortgage-backed securities rates that pulled to start buying mortgage-backed securities. The Jerome Powell at the same time took and start selling them, because Jerome Powell has around $1 trillion of mortgage-backed securities. And when they heard that Trump and Pulte want to decrease the rates when they start, because Trump and Putin sold like 200, 150 billion already mortgage-based securities very fast in order to drop the rates. But I believe that Powell started to buy them, to sell them. So it was like, and that's why we didn't saw so much decrease of the mortgage rates as we should. And that's why they spend more money than expected, because the Jerome Powell is making a problem, and Jerome Powell is actually making all us much poorer. He's like a very bad guy. If there is a guy that I would spit in the face, that is Jerome Powell. Just to let you know, I wouldn't do to anyone, but to him I would. Just to be clear. Stay well, my friends.